for nobody's business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if she willing to. Hey, that's my daughter. Hey, he owed it. Hey, I'll be singing that shit. That shit got me.
And grab my hand and pull them together to do this, and
Hey.
then close them together.
You see, they put daddy in that
And do the dance.
motherfucker.
Yeah, daddy's son.
They
Yeah.
put daddy in that motherfucker.
He love that shit.
Hey, hell yeah, and mommy.
That's my guy, man. But see, this is the reward. You know what I mean? No recognition. Nobody had to give me no flowers. Nothing. That alone is, you know what I mean?
And you know you're gonna be talking shit when you buy him a used car, not a new one.
Yeah, he go for sure get the used car. And the transmission gonna be slick.
Right.
Because we gonna get out there and I'm gonna give him some principles and morals. We gonna get up under here. Like I say, even his first bike when he learned how to ride a bike, I don't want the model bike. Give me the bike in the box. And me and my son go take it home and we go put it together. Teachable moments.
Dog,
You know
and that's
I mean?
where I fucked up.
He grows to get older, you know what I mean?
And that's where I fucked up with Junior, paying to get shit did.
Yeah, when you know how to do it your motherfucking self.
Yeah, man. But it's like, I'm trying to get this money. But that's why the whole parent teacher conference, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. And I admit to them motherfuckers, like, that's what I told them in the shit. I even put that shit on YouTube. Like, dog, even somebody doing the right thing may be a bad example. Because he watching me do the right thing. And then he, you know what I'm saying? And then he looking at how I'm working shit. Daddy got all these relationships and this, that. People always laughing. But then at the same time, he hear what people saying when I ain't there. So he got his own seasoning.
You can't even subscribe to what's going on when you're not there as far as what people saying. You got to check this, bro. Like I say, we all like a fingerprint. And that's what's wrong with society. Everybody tries to put a manual or some type of script or put you into a cookie cutter mode when we all are individual fingerprint. And now, going back to what you were saying, when you do things for Junior or for your family or whatever the case may be, where are you pulling your information from?
Everywhere. Every relationship I had, everybody ever told me something. Every white person that had more I didn't.
Okay, cool.
You know, books.
Now, you my partner. You my brother, right? Fuck with each other. I love you to death. We could be going on the same situation. Where you think I'm pulling my information from?
Yeah.
My Rolodex.
Right.
Now, do you think those are the same? Now, it might be some similarities.
It's gonna be some circle crossing, but no, you got your own circle.
Right. So, your blueprint to how you go handle that situation, as far as whether it's nephew, your lady, or whatever else, you think that shit should apply to me?
Nah.
No, it shouldn't. But this is what society does to us.
And have us feeling like we wrong or somebody wrong because the cookie cutter don't.
Brand. That's what a 5% nation was built off of.
And that's where, because they separated from the nation.
5% is what?
Come on now.
The sheep.
Come on.
10% run everything. The 5% think outside the box.
Come on now.
5%. So, you know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You have to have the knowledge to you know what I mean?
Nah,
to gain the wisdom to understand.
And I don't necessarily disagree with bro. Bro went more 5%. I went more self-enlightened energy, spiritual.
Real shit.
But to be honest, they both is needed, and that's where
it's all I needed. Like Sharif Pops told Kane, he said, if Allah can make him a better man than Jesus can, then I'm all for it, right?
Hell yeah.
So
whatever.
Meaning what we stand on as men, as long as your principles and your morals intact, because I don't need Jesus to tell me, or Allah, or nobody to tell me that killing is wrong or stealing is wrong. I know it's wrong because I don't want nobody to do that shit to me. Right. But we live in a society or in a world where that type of shit is made cool.
But what we believe is true. If you take a lie detector test and you telling me a bold-faced lie that you honestly believe, you gonna pass that test.
Real shit.
And that's what it all boiled down to. Like, if a motherfucker believe it, then it's true. It don't matter how much of a lie it is. If a motherfucker see red is blue and blue is red,
Right.
and he come out the sky and tell you it's true, and he but come on.
Back to what we were saying on the phone. Like I say, it's a false perception on reality.
Facts.
It's still a falsehood
that you get paid for.
If, you know what I mean?
Compensated for.
You could believe in unicorns or goddamn leprechaun. You could chase a rainbow until your nuts fall off. You ain't gonna find no pot of gold. But if you believe that, you'll forever chase it. You still got niggas out here looking for Bigfoot and goddamn
nigga,
mermaids.
You'll create
but
a mermaid.
Yeah.
You'll create a pot of gold. You'll take anything and say this the pot of gold from chasing this rainbow. It ain't no different than a rapper telling you how much better his life is than yours, and then 10 years later telling you I only made $1 million. I've been getting fucked all this time.
Smoke and mirrors.
No different.
False perception.
That we all accept chasing by. You know what I'm saying? And like,
but we the only ones that do that. I'm talking about as far as black men, people. Niggas period. I'm saying niggas.
I think we the only. Yeah, we talking about niggas, not niggas.
Yeah. No, we talking about niggas.
Cause I'd obviously been a nigga.
I ain't never met a nigger in my life.
I'd have been a nigga.
But I know a whole lot of niggas.
I'd have been a nigga. You know a nigga. Yeah, you know for sure. I'd have. Come on, bro. Ass nigga no, I'm talking about.
Shoe.
No, you gotta remember. That was the boy. The nigger was the one that was disrupting.
No, nigga.
No, he said nigger. We said nigga. He called him a nigger.
Right.
This nigger here. This nigga, we know, because you don't like riding with me because how I act if the police fuck with us.
Yeah, that's back when I was dirty.
That's when you dirty, but now you going to act the same way.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Not cussing my shit.
Right. And I'm going to go straight nigger. Bitch, what the fuck?
Well,
who the
right.
fuck?
You know,
yeah.
The nigga you was
nigger
until you disrupted something.
Then you was a nigger.
Yeah, disrupted nigger.
Nigger.
Get over here, nigga.
This nigger think he knows something. This nigger thinks he's special. This nigger thinks he's a man. You know, this nigger. But we know a lot of niggas. We know a lot of niggas for sure. We know a lot of niggas for sure, man. But it's like, what do we do with the knowledge now? Because I'm to the point where I don't necessarily have to have a group of black people around me. I need just money. Because now I know what I need to do with my family and my kids. Shit, I could have 20 kids and create my own nigga nation.
Yeah. But see, I look at it as like, the money is the smallest part of the equation, my nigga. You know what I mean? The smallest part. Granted, you need the money to acquire and do things and put certain tools and you know, into perspective, but for the most part, the money is the smallest part. Because if the mental ain't there, like say you give a fool and his money shall soon part.
That I can't argue. I can't argue with none of that.
So if you not together,
we ain't talking about fools. I'm talking about us.
Okay.
Cause you having a business and your daughter being with you, whether you after school, that solves everything. Mm-hmm. And your son being able to like. Because now you putting that energy to, yo, we run this shop. And he crawling around. You know what I'm saying?
That's
the same as with my son.
That's still touching on a little bit of what I was saying. Regardless of what I do, my grandfather had 2 restaurants on the east side, but his kids was not equipped enough mentally to carry the torch. So that money and the things he acquired didn't matter. Because they didn't have the skill set and the mental wherewithal to handle business after he left. So all that shit went by the wayside. And
nigga, your granddaddy gotta respect that man.
No, not talking about Neil. I'm talking about Joseph Robinson, my mama granddaddy.
Okay.
So
all them dudes gotta respect that we don't.
So,
and then you can't really knock that because they both had issues on another side of the game.
Yeah, they did. But what I'm saying, I'm going back to like you say, you know, with the money aspect, we could handle X, Y, Z and put our kids in position. But it still goes back to knowledge with me because, granted, fuck what we build, fuck what I put together for my kids. If they don't have the knowledge, fuck the money. You see these rich kids growing up,
Yeah.
and they fucking up a legacy. Look at what's going
Yeah.
on with Mob Ties. Little J Prince
Nigga,
Jr.
that shit hurt my
trying to
feelings.
portray an image with that you are not. His daddy put him in every position, so the money is clearly the money was never an issue, but it was the mind state. So
And you
that's as I
named your
say.
boy Junior, right?
Yeah, he named after me.
That's
So
what
so check me out.
Oh
Juan-O.
my
This
God.
is why I'm going to where the money is the smallest part of the equation. Granted, yes, it's a tool. It's an asset. We all need it. But if you don't have the wherewithal or the knowledge or the gang, the common sense, or whatever you want to,
Seem like he don't even care.
no, the nigga trying to fill some shoes that ain't made for him.
His
Your
daddy
daddy,
wouldn't do it like
your
that.
your 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 daddy grew up like this. That's what's wrong with a lot of kids that grow up like that. You looking at an image, trying to be that. Your daddy had to be that.
And you don't know what that is.
You don't know. You grew up behind gates in a mansion.
But see, that's what scares me about my.
And he spent all that money and made sure y'all go to the best schools, had everything y'all need in life for you to. Now he's somewhat to blame because as they grew older, it's not like he deterred them from it. Don't do this. He supporting it. He in pictures with them. Y'all gang. Yeah, them your sons, but like nigga, don't move like that. This mob tie shit kill it. Nigga, you ain't no mob ties. Nigga, you don't know nothing about no street, nothing. I heard the nigga on the interview earlier talking about
The daddy or
I
the
have
sons?
the son, Junior, talking about I have a birthday party in my hood every year on the Fifth Ward. All the celebrities come out. I said, oh, your daddy from the Fifth Ward. You ain't from the Fifth Ward. Your daddy from the Fifth Ward, nigga. You ain't never live in the Fifth Ward. By the time you was born, your daddy was a millionaire, nigga.
Say you visited
He
Granny
might
in
have
the
took
fifth.
you, in the neighborhood, showed you around and showed you this where I'm from. But nigga, you ain't from that.
That's what kind of bothered me with.
So that's
No,
where
go
it goes
finish
to
rapping.
where the money could be crippling at times.
That's where it bothers me about my own personal situation. You know what I'm saying? My son see me move and see how shit work. He don't know I was a peacemaker. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what it took to get to that ability, and that's where it I felt like I can't deny nothing you said because in my own shit, I've been wrong in that way. But a motherfucker don't see it until it show, and that's where I can't argue with you with nothing he said because the father is to blame because some point in where he was a kid, this shit shows, and then the whole thing with
Mm-hmm.
it. It's like within the hood. Why I had to move Junior out the hood. It's like, yeah, these kids know you and they fuck with you, but you don't have my respect necessarily because they know they life ain't your life, even though you live around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Junior beat up the neighbor. Well, he ain't beat him up, but he stood up to the neighborhood bully. This little boy went and got his daddy gun. Me and the daddy got into it. So it was destined for me to kill somebody within the last 6 months.
Mm.
Because me and this, I thought that was gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? And when I went down there to the daddy, never mind how that worked out. But he is walking around with his, you know what I'm saying? So Mercedes or Junior got to move, and you know.
Yeah, no, mama shit. But it comes
And it,
at the base root of it because I guarantee
so
that
and
little
that's why I
boy,
can't deny
that
nothing.
little boy that was a bully.
Oh,
Well,
he was beating the shit
that
out of
proclaimed to
kids.
be the bully.
He wasn't proclaiming, bro.
He was
He was and flowers on steroids. And then he had an older brother and they was bringing their daddy gun out the house on occasion. So even the little and even the little kids that could have stood up to him. Shout out to Ed
okay.
Flowers, he's my
Even
man, but my
that
bad.
that
But as a little kid,
that little fella that was doing all that. Okay, he a stumped down bully. Where did he get the energy from to
this
be
nigga,
that?
I don't not this little nigga weird guy. He walked up on me and was like, "Junior, your son?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "You gonna get killed fucking with this, that, whatever." And like, I ain't necessarily understand,
Your
but I
little boy said that to you?
just before I knew what was going on. But yeah, and I grabbed his hand and I'm looking him in his face. You know what I'm saying? He had energies. He had energies.
So when you address the father, what the father came, you say he came out with a weapon as well, or
He
something
went.
like that.
He went because I told him. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, whatever got to be done can be done between us right now.
So he
And
went and grabbed it.
he like, hold on, bro. What is you saying? I'm like, dog. They saying your son got your gun. And then I told him what he told me personally because I didn't want to do what the he say she say. He go get his gun. He like my gun in the house, and he showed it to me. So then, okay, so I kind of rest a little bit on that note. And me and him go back to talking, but then when I go back and talk to other kids and parents in the neighborhood, they describe the gun the father just showed me. Not to mention my whole process of getting the father to the door was so abstract and weird. Well, hold
Yeah,
on,
now
not
that's
weird. It
that's
was
what.
so
Where you going?
abstract and petty. Cause the mama was at the door, but it was three little girls came to the door with the rah rah. And the mama stepped up when I was walking off. You know what I'm saying? And then so I talked to the mama for a second, and she was with the rah rah. I'm like, yo, when his father, husband, whatever, whoever going on, show up, this my number, and I'm walking off. Then he come, pants falling off out the back room. You know what I'm saying?
See, so now, with that being said, that's why I asked that question because regardless of what this child is doing, that's learned behavior.
You don't see me denying it.
He watching his father. He watching how his father move, man. We hold ourselves. We have to hold ourselves to some level of accountability, bro. You have to like any level on whatever level. Whether you cuss your bitch out, you cuss your kids out, you get into an accident, it wasn't your fault. Motherfucking you was speeding and the police flick you. Niggas have a tendency to place blame on other shit. Now, granted, sometimes it ain't even on you. You know what I mean? But when it is on you,
97% of the time is you.
you yeah, you self-inflicted, and then you deflecting as well, nigga.
That's a fact.
So you deflecting, you putting the blame over there on top of trying to, you know what I mean, trying to make some sense and want to play victim. It ain't always no victim shit, dog. That's how I don't be having no sympathy for niggas. Like, granted, I'm a big proponent free niggas that been locked down or wrong shit, especially about weed. You locked up in Michigan about some weed, man, you need to be free. No matter what level. But ain't no way, dog. When you stepping your foot in this shit or whatever you doing, you have to hold yourself accountable. I don't give a fuck you got a bitch pregnant by accident.
Yeah.
And you got a secret baby.
Yeah.
The baby ain't meant to be here. You faded. You hit a motherfucking innocent bystander. And you think you want to snatch off and run and dip from the scene. You have to hold yourself accountable. Niggas do not like to hold themselves accountable for nothing. It's always somebody else's fault. It's depressing to a sense.
Running. And that's why I had to hit the record, bitch. I knew you was gonna go. I didn't know you was gonna go to that point.
Yeah,
but I knew you was gonna drop. I knew you was gonna drop a jewel.
It's just
go,
on everything.
Go on,
it's
spit it.
Nigga.
Go on, spit it. It ain't shit I can say about it.
From street hood niggas. You a civilian on this level. Like you could talk to a hood nigga. And the nigga be like, nigga, you a civilian. This and that, this and that. I be like, okay, I'm a civilian. So, tell me you get flicked with a brick in the trunk, I could tell on you, right? No, because you my mans, nigga, this and that. But I thought I was civilian. Niggas ain't no code to the streets, ain't no rules to the
The
streets.
code is whatever I want you to do for the moment.
The code is whatever I want you to do to benefit me.
Right.
Because you will have a nigga could go and kill somebody, bruh. Sell you a gun, you get caught with the pistol, you going down for the murder, or whatever the case, you going down for the murder. The nigga that killed the nigga wants you to be a real nigga and take that time. But if it was really like that, you would be a real nigga and turn yourself in.
No, if it was
like,
a nigga, if it was really real, you would have told me the gun you was selling me, you just murked somebody with.
Even that. But
then that way I'm making a choice.
I'm not even gonna say a gun.
Bitch, now I gotta wipe my fingerprints.
But what I'm saying, like say, you know what I mean? Say you riding with a nigga. We could be riding together. He blow a nigga, you don't know, he bumped to a nigga at a gas station. I'm winning that bitch to get 2 Lucy's or a Rello or something. And he done blew a nigga, and then I get back in the car, we ride off. Nah, we wanted for a murder that you did. I knew nothing about, nigga. I just came up here to get some squares. But the police catch me when they flick the car. You skate off. You want me to hold it down and take this charge, right? You want me to hold it down, be a real nigga and take this charge, but really, being a real nigga be like, look, my mans ain't had nothing to do with it. Turn yourself in, get my dog up out of here.
Some.
Let me get my dog up out of here. He ain't had nothing to do with that shit. But I'm your partner. But a nigga expect me to take a 25 ball with my kids and family at the house for you.
But niggas know you'll do it. That's why they ride
what's
with
real?
you.
Me taking a charge or you being a real nigga and coming in and be like, look, my dog ain't. I did that. And this what happened. I picked him up. I shot him. He didn't know I had a problem with it. I bumped into a nigga up here and I shot him. My man's, you know what I mean?
The whole problem is niggas already
But that's
the whole. I'm gonna bust it down to you. The whole problem is niggas is already front of G. Because you supposed to be able to, of course, you supposed to be able to send your lawyer in there to negotiate that. One, the niggas ain't in a position to have that. Two, motherfuckers is not who they say they is because it ain't been tested. It ain't been tested, man. I done heard so many opinions and this, that, or whatever, and what people got, who these motherfuckers is not been, who they say they are has not been tested. And I seen when niggas got tested how they act, and I forever hold them secrets. But niggas don't stand up how they say they is, want to be, whatever. And it ain't just niggas. It's people in general. What the fuck can you expect? Everybody want to do, and then that's the whole thing of the game is to get away. Snitching is a card in the deck. Rat behavior is rat behavior. A motherfucker was a rat when they was saying bullshit in front of the hoes. A motherfucker was a rat when y'all all hit a lick for fucking this amount of money, but he trying to make it seem like he got more than everybody else. A motherfucker was a rat when they told your bitch about what you did. A rat.
Hey.
Look, he about to go get some Pop-Tarts.
What? Where you going?